back to my channel. Now today I have this cool tone purplish look. So pretty, especially if you want to kind of gravitate away from the warm tone colors. I know a lot of people usually stick to those colors because they're more on that comfort zone. But this is very pretty. This is great if you want to go out like at nighttime or go to a party or do anything like that, or even go to work, because that's something that I would have done. I would have just went to work with this kind of look. Um, Please excuse my ugly t-shirt. It is like Elmo and Cookie Monster and stuff like that. I'm at the house. I'm just chilling, and then I had this look in mind, so I decided to just sit down since I have some free time right now to just sit down and then kind of create it for you guys. Um, you might see this back here kind of moving around. It's my daughter. She's kind of jumping in and out. You'll probably see her during the video. But other than that, if you guys like this look, please subscribe, thumbs it up if you do like it, comment down below if you guys have any comments, and then I will see you on my next tutorial. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. It's pretty easy. It's not complicated whatsoever, especially since we're going to be using like the tape technique. Anybody can kind of like do this, and then you'll have some sexy eyes. Have any questions, you know the deal, just leave it down below, and then I will see you on my next tutorial. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back. Now I'm using my Pond's dark spot corrector cream to hydrate the skin. As you guys know, my skin is very dry, so I like to do this step. And then I'm also using my Makeup Forever, the Smoothing Primer. This is great to fill in any pores, any fine lines that you might have. That way the makeup goes on nice and smooth and it looks very seamless. You want to make sure that you push that product into the pores and then kind of like spread it out. Now I'm using my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. I'm using 102 and 103. The reason I mixed those two together is because it matches my skin tone a lot better. If I use 103, in my opinion, I feel like it kind of oxidizes a little bit, so it looks a little dark. And then the brush that I'm using is from Zoeva. It's the 104 Buffer Brush. Love using this brush. This makes my makeup go on so nice and smooth and so fast as well. Now I'm going in with my MAC paint pot to prime the eyes, and then the brush that I'm using is from Zoeva as well. It is the 142. It is a concealer buffer brush, but I like using it to apply the primer on the eyelids. It helps kind of buff it out while you're packing on the color. You want to make sure that you blend everything nicely, that way you don't have any harsh edges or anything like that, so everything goes on nice and smooth. Now I'm going in with that light shade eyeshadow just to kind of set the primer in place. Now the palette that I'm going to be using is from Tarte. It was their Energy Noir palette. I want to say it was in collaboration with Huda Beauty. It's a very pretty palette. I think Sephora might still have it online. You guys have to like double check. Now I'm going in with my Scotch tape to kind of have these nice edges on the side, because I want the eyes to have like a nice sharp edge. Now I'm grabbing that kind of cool tone purple color there. You can use any kind of cool tone purple color. I went in with a fluffy brush from Zoeva as well, just to kind of apply that on the crease, and I'm making sure that everything is nice and buffed out. Starting from the outer corner and then kind of working my way into the center of the eyes, and then just going in windshield wiper motions. Now I grabbed that color from Anastasia. I don't remember the name of the color. I will have it listed below though. It's a little bit more vibrant and purple, so I just went over with that color because I felt like it just needed a little bit of pop of color, but then I felt like it was a little too bright, so I went over with another color. You'll see in a little bit. Now I'm going in with more of a taper blending brush, and then I went in with those two colors there, and then I'm really focusing this on the crease area, kind of just trying to like darken up that outer V corner, and then buffing it upwards towards that purple shade. And then as you guys can see, I'm just going back and forth, making sure that everything is nice and seamless. This is just really to kind of give a little bit more dimension to the eye, instead of just using like one color. Now I'm going in with that taupey color as well, and then like I was telling you, I felt like the purple was a little too bright, so I went in with that taupey color to kind of calm it down a little bit, because I wanted this look to be very cool tone smoky. I didn't want it to be very bright. Now just highlighting the brow bone area. I believe I used the highlight color that's inside the palette. I guess I wasn't able to show you in the clip. And that is my daughter's hand. She was pointing at the tape. As you guys can see, this is her. Like always, she's always trying to get into the videos whenever I'm trying to do something. Now this color is from Makeup Geek. The reason I went in with this color, it was just to kind of be my base for the other color that I'm going to apply. Now the name of this eyeshadow is from Makeup Geek. It's called Prom Night. It's a very beautiful, kind of like a cool tone lavender color. It has a little bit of like grayish and purple inside of it. Very, very pretty. Now as you can see, I grabbed something very similar to that from the palette that I was using from Tarte. It's just a little bit more purplish a little bit, so I went on top of that other color with that. And then of course, I don't know if I showed you inside the clip, I kind of sprayed it with setting spray. You guys can use any kind of setting spray that you guys have. The one that I used was from Smashbox, their primer water. Now I went in with this MAC palette, and I went in with that silver color, and I just kind of focused that more on the outer corners. Now I'm highlighting the inner tear duct area. Now I'm going in with my Maybelline gel liner, just to create a small wing, and nothing too dramatic. As you guys can see, I'm kind of following the outline of where we had the tape, and then I'm just bringing it back in. Now if you guys want a video of how to do a wing eyeliner, I can definitely do that for you guys. Now I went in with my Makeup Forever HD concealer with a small buffer brush, and I'm just highlighting underneath the eyes, and then also trying to conceal the dark circles that I have. Whatever was left over, I put it on the bridge of the nose, and then of course I highlighted on my center of the forehead and then my chin as well, to make sure that the whole entire look comes together and it's not very bright underneath the eyes. You want to make sure that everything is kind of flowing and is looking very nice and seamless. So I'm just blending everything out with that brush. Now I set it with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I just like to set a little bit underneath the eyes with it, that way it doesn't crease. But I like to kind of go over with another highlight color, something that's like a little bit more either banana or like a little pinker, just to kind of brighten up the under eyes. I'm going to use this Tarte contour brush, and I'm grabbing the Laguna bronzer. That's one of the NARS newest palette that came out. Just bronzing up the forehead, around the cheekbones, and then underneath the jawline.
Now this is a Zoeva brush, and then I'm grabbing that darker color. That's one of their contour colors from inside that palette, just to kind of contour around the face. The number of that brush was actually a 109. As you guys can see right there, I kind of went in a little darker, so I just went right over it with my foundation brush. Now I'm going to bake underneath the contour area, just to kind of have that nice sharp edge going on. I'm going to let it sit there for quite a while. Remember, the longer that you let it sit there, the brighter it's going to come out to be. If you don't want it to be that bright, you can always just let it sit there for about a minute, and then you can just dust it right off. So now I'm going in with a taper fluffy brush, and then I'm going with one of the colors that I use on my crease area underneath the lash line. And then this is more of a denser brush, like more precise. And then I went in with like that darker color that I used on the crease underneath the lash line. You can use whatever colors you want underneath the lash line. You can use the same ones or even different ones. So whatever you guys choose to do. So then I am kind of doing like an inner corner wing with a black shadow. Now I'm contouring the nose with a fluffy brush, and I'm using the NARS Laguna bronzer to do this. And then I'm just starting off with like a fluffier brush to kind of start off the contouring process, and then I go in with more of a smaller dense brush to kind of really sharpen up the nose contour. That's one of the easiest ways that I find to kind of make the nose a little slimmer, as you guys can see right there. But that brush kind of gives you like more of a precise line. And then I kind of went over it with my fingers, that way it's not so dark and it looks more natural. Now I'm just highlighting the bridge of the nose. As you guys can see, it was a little too bright, so I had to kind of like tone it down. So I used those two blush colors from that NARS palette. Very pretty, very pigmented. I really do like that palette. You guys need to go check it out. It has some great colors inside of it. I'm using one of my Stila brushes. Now I'm just highlighting with one of the Anastasia brushes. I don't remember what highlight I was using, but it was very, very intense. A little bit went a long way. So I had to make sure that I was going over it and blending everything out. Now I'm going in with a nude liquid lipstick. I want to say it's from Stila. I don't remember the name of it. I will leave it down below. And then over that, I did go over on top of that with one of my favorite lip glosses, which is from Buxom. The color is Sophia. It's a very nude pink color, but it's just so pretty. I always have to use that color. And then after you're finished with the lip gloss, you can always spray the face with setting spray or just leave it the way it is, and then you are set for the day. And I will see you guys on my next tutorial. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Bye.